Well, hello internets, here we are. It's that wonderful time of year again where we have to let the government know how much money that they get to spend irresponsibly by doing our income taxes. So today I have to go and get those all done. And yeah, welcome to our vlog, so here we go. Well, in the past, I've gone to the same company for probably 20 some years that has done my taxes. This company is a well-known chain or franchise or chain. Way back, there was actually a office around tax time in the big box blue retailer that I worked in. That's how I started going there. And I've dealt with this company every year since, except for 1 year when I was trying to run a business and I had all those so-called business expenses that never did work to my favor. I went to a business accountant and paid, I forget what it was, a large sum of money just to find out that I had to pay money to the government. And ever since then I've stuck with this one tax accountant place and kept paying every year. You know, it goes up 75, 85, 95, you know, $100, whatever. Every year goes up. The last few years, scraping together the money at tax time to get the taxes done has always been a struggle. When you're living on a fixed income, that $144, $160 depends on, I don't know how long they take or how it fluctuates, can be a lot of money and almost impossible to come by. Usually around tax time I skip a bill or don't buy groceries so I can afford to pay the fee just to get the taxes done. And in the last few years with the T4, the record of employments, the T4 staying the same, and the net income coming in staying the same, it's been really a struggle to come up with that, you know, well over the $100 mark to give to these people for essentially 15 minutes of work. I always went to this company because this company guaranteed if there was a problem they'd stand behind you. I always went to this company because they always seemed to be professional. I always went to this company because, well, I always went to this company. And I'm not the kind of guy to jump willy-nilly here and there, and I've always been the kind of person to pick something and to stay with it. And so that was why I never changed. I remember years ago I had opportunities to have family or friends do my taxes with one of those computer software disks. And I always said no because, well, one, I just don't mix family with money, with knowing how much you make and things like that. Two, I never trust those computer software disks and somebody picking it up from the big box store for like $19.99 that does 5 people's taxes or whatever, and I never really took that opportunity or chance. And sometimes for them it pans out, sometimes for them they don't have to pay, sometimes for them they get an audit later on and they have to prove and repay their taxes at a higher rate because of the penalties. And I've seen that happen firsthand with other people that chose to do the cheap way out with those discs. And I just kept paying the amount. Well, The last couple of years, I've been told about a program in my community that helps people out that makes lesser income to get their taxes done. A program that doesn't really have a flat fee per se, kind of operates by donation. So really, if you've got the money, you could give them $60. If you don't have the money, then if you didn't give them anything, then it's not really a bad situation where they'd feel bad. And I was told about it a few years ago, but I always shied away because, you know, these big companies will stand behind you kind of a thing. Where these volunteer things, will they stand behind you if they mess up? However, with my T4 the way it is, it's extremely simple. With the way things have happened in my life, I have no investments anymore. None of that tax deduction stuff, none of that complicated people to claim, other people to claim, or however those things worked out made things way overcomplicated throughout those years. And this year became kind of the point where I decided to make a change. It is not easy for me to make a change, like I said, because I'm very much not set in my ways, but very much used to things being a certain way and certain familiarity and things like that. And I got a family member to make an appointment online because they're already set up in the system, so it doesn't take any time at all. I got the text message confirmation, whatever it was there, about a month ago for my appointment here, and I'm getting over being sick, so I'm hoping that I'll be okay to sit there for the 15-20 minutes, and you go in there 5 minutes or so before your appointment, have the little meeting with the accountant person, pay them your $40, which is pretty much what I got in my pocket to last me the rest of the month, and say thank you and go, right? I'm hoping that's how everything works out fine. However, I come to be told that the appointment now is about half to 45 minutes running behind. Apparently somebody showed up with 16 years of back taxes. Either they were turned away by one of the other accountant places, the tax places that wanted more money, so they're gonna use and abuse a free or community service for their benefit or whatever, but it's pretty much throwing the whole day behind. I went down there and sat there for a bit. It's kind of in a place with other people that are friendly. They're not grumpy or going through withdrawals or cranky, and had a little bit of conversations with the people, and it made to lessen the mood a bit and break the atmosphere. And when it was my time to go in and see the accountant, it wasn't a tiny little stuffy office with a dead cactus in the corner. It was a gym kind of hall thing, and it wasn't super loud, super noisy with screaming children in the corner. It was nice and calm, so it didn't hurt my head. And the accountant person looked at my T4s and said, okay, this is your amount, this is your address, this is the thing, this is good to go, sign here, and, well, it was pretty much all over with for another year. I hoping everything turns out okay with the government. There is no issues. I am hoping everything works out, and maybe I'll continue to use this service in the future. If you guys are struggling to get your taxes done or any other help, check with your community. Maybe your community has programs for food banks. Maybe your community has programs to help, mental health programs, or programs to help you if you really need it. And or even simply a program like this can help you around tax time, so you don't have to go without groceries or paying a bill just to pay a high-priced accountant for 15 minutes of their labor, kind of a thing. Sometimes going through your life without asking for help can lead to trouble, but at the same time, sometimes whining and sniveling and not being willing to take the chance or trying something new can also lead to trouble. Sometimes you need to find the right people who are willing to answer the questions correctly and willing to help you to get going and rolling. But help is out there for people that are willing to take the step. Thanks y'all for watching this here video, and it is what it is, and around we go. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.